Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As a logical next step for the evil regime in Iran is to strike the guys who helped my enemy. That's in reality, in normality. Like, for instance, the Russians, which they didn't, should have struck the Brits, the French, the Poles, the Czechs, the Baltic states, the Germans, I don't know if I mentioned them, whomever helps my enemy destroy me, and my family is my enemy, is involved. Hey, the Iranians are normal, the Russians are not. Why? I don't exactly know what the plan is in Russia regarding this Ukraine war, obviously, but I definitely know that they are abnormal in their reaction. Now, Iran is not abnormal. Look what Iran does. Iran says, you know what? We are going to attack the ones that shoot down our missiles that punish our enemy. And that is United States of America's military bases, France's and Great Britain's military bases located in the Middle East. Whomever helps my enemy is my enemy, and I will retaliate. Sounds logical to me? No? Okay, well, I hope that happens to you, if you don't think that's logical, which is your neighbor fights you, and you almost beat the neighbor, but the neighbor gets about 3 other neighbors to help him, to destroy you. So I don't want you to hit the other 3 neighbors, according to your logic, if you dared to be so, okay? So that's the first topic of this video. The second one, Iran launched a missile strike on Israel, and they claim they destroyed Israel's military headquarters in Tel Aviv. And that is their Israelis' Pentagon. That's what they say. We're going to look into details. And we're going to move next to what? We're going to move next to the Iranians who claim they attacked the Israelis' nuclear facilities. We're going to look into that. And as the last topic, did you know how many Iranian civilians were killed by the preemptive strike? Do you know? All right, if you know, excellent. If you don't, wait and I will disclose that to you. And where is the outrage? The international community, the Western world is there protecting whom? The preemptive strike. So let's start with the first topic. This comes from Sputnik, but hey, no worries, I have it from other sources as well. Iran planning to attack US military bases in the Middle East. This is 4 hours ago today on Saturday, June 14th, 2025. Iran intends to continue attacking Israel and is also planning to strike US military bases in the Middle East, the Fars news agency reported on Saturday, citing an unnamed source familiar with the Iranian military leadership plans. Well, this is the first information. And let's go to this one. Iran vows to continue strikes against Israel, US bases, military officials say. So this is Reuters. Reuters are bitches, okay? So they put Israel and US as if they are together against the evil Iranians. This is what this title makes. You got it? So it's we're together, the allies versus the evil Iran. This is Reuters. These are media operatives, remember, 3 hours ago. All right, what is this? All right, this is, oh my God, this is an attack by the Iranians on Israel. All right, here it is. A view of damaged buildings and an impact site following this attack from Iran on Israel. So this is, I don't know, civilian infrastructure, whatever it is. I want to see the reverse. Next, Iran's strikes against Israel will continue, with targets set to include US bases in the region in the coming days. This is what they say. This confrontation will not end with last night's limited actions, and Iran's strikes will continue. And this action will be very painful and regrettable for the aggressors. End quote, Fars reported, signing senior military officials. Israel had a you know who I'm talking about, had a successful attack on Iran. They killed a lot of officers. Next, this is according to the Times of Israel, so they do not lie. Remember, June 14th, right there. And this is from the Jewish status media as well. Iran warns they will target US, UK, and France bases if they help stop strikes on Israel. These baboons already did it for them, because these are the batches, all right, in the equation. Iran has warned the United States, United Kingdom, and France that their bases and ships, the United States of America has 9 warships in the Mediterranean Sea next to help our ally in the region, will be targeted if they help stop Tehran's strikes on Israel. Iran state media reported. According to London's The Times, the UK was not informed about Israeli initial strikes on Iran in advance. Why do they say that? So when Iran will claim that UK participated and will strike the baboons in the Middle East, which is the UK Navy or the Americans, the guys from their countries, the guys in charge of UK will say, we were attacked, we are the victims, we didn't do anything. Remember on the 14th we said we didn't know anything about it? We didn't know, swear God, okay? And there you have him. That's what they're gonna do. And the baboons, yeah man, we've been attacked, let's go. Let's go. Send your son or your husband or your brother or whomever. Or now, being all-inclusive, send your trans national people. Send them over there now. Or the, go, my friends. All right, this is what they're doing. So, it's clear. You help my enemy strike me or you interfere, you are my enemy. Clear, clear. This is since a human being became human being or was made up as a human being. Not by a bearded man over there. That's bullshit. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Ukrainska Pravda. Iran launches missile strike on Israeli military headquarters in Tel Aviv. According to Fox News and taken by Ukrainska Pravda. Saturday, 4th of June, Jesus Christ. 14th of June 2025. All right, the scene of the attack photo. This is according to the forces. Let's see what's going on here. You see this right here, this rail? I don't know, I just saw it now. So let's see. This rail is gonna go to Reuters rail. Oh, that's not a rail. Okay, that's not the same picture. So, nevertheless, this is the scene of the attack. Right there. So this is the scene of the attack. Looks to me kind of roughed up, don't you think? Rough night? I'm your backdoor man. All right. Iranian ballistic missiles have hit the Kiryat military headquarters of the Israeli armed forces, considered to be the Israeli equivalent to the Pentagon. Then, well, the Israelis hit that Iranian meeting, remember? Was successful strike. Well, these guys did the same thing. I don't know if they hit anybody, but the building seems roughed up. Let's see what these guys are saying. Yingst said Iran has launched around 150 ballistic missiles on Israel during the evening. Some of them penetrated the air defense systems and hit key targets, including the Kiryat complex, which is a strategic military center in central Tel Aviv, where the headquarters of the Israeli Defense Forces is located. And I'm quoting, this is Israel's version of the Pentagon, the Kiryat. And the building on this compound was just hit. Who's Ings? Who's the Ings? I don't know who Ings is. All right, sorry, Fox News correspondent. For Fox News correspondent Ray Ingst, all right, that's the guy who reported, an entire block nearly completely destroyed, an entire block wiped off the map. Rescue crews were digging through the rubble, trying to pick up heat signatures of possible bodies, despite the active response of Israeli and US defense systems. Remember that one? So, if they would target, if they help, they already help. That's the word help. That's not help. All right. Defense systems such as Iron Dome, David Slingshot, These guys still live in their fucking delusion, man. Arrow, Patriot, and Todd. David Sling. How about the burning bush, my friends? These guys, I tell you, man, you can't reason. They live there. They have grudges against nations, people since, I don't know, antiquity. They still celebrate the Passover. If you want to know what the Passover is, please go and read it. It is God's spirit going over Egypt and doing what? Eliminating babies. Innocent babies. Why? To make the Pharaoh's heart leave my people go. But who is going into Pharaoh's heart and says, no, don't do it? The same God. It's in, read my books. Read my books. It's in the Old Testament. So Pharaoh did not the people go. Let my people go. Remember Louis Armstrong's? All right, then they don't let them go because God goes and changes the heart of the Pharaoh. But then, let my people go. And Moses, yeah, I will do this. And what happens? God's spirit, beautiful spirit it is, right? Goes over Egypt, and the Israelis, or the Jews, how you want to call them, put a little sign of God on top of their houses, so the spirit, that's one of my people, let them be. Oh, that's a baby, that's a Egyptian baby, get him. That's the God. Part of it, but God did not change, he's the same one. But God is love. I wrote 2 books on God's nature. Go and read them. They're on Amazon available. Yes, commercial. Buy one, get one, super priced. Extra price. Bonus price. $3,000 a piece. Okay, go and look for it. So these guys are still there. David Sling. And you know what the name of the operation, of the Israeli operation was on Iran? Something like the Rising Lion or something. Again, anyway, they're allowed to. I'm just raising the awareness that these guys are still there. They're still there with Jericho and with the Babylon, and whomever is more civilized than them, which is goat herders, should be hurt. Why? Inferiority complex. Guys, go and read my books. All right, let's move on. It is not enough to stop this incoming fire. We saw missiles slamming into the ground, causing significant damage and killing at least 1 person, he added. Oh, okay. Sorry. And this is just the beginning of what is a quickly developing war between Israel and Iran. No, it is a war. What are you talking about? And what do we find out here? Because they mentioned at least 1 person. How about this one? Iran reports 78 killed in Israeli strikes, including commanders and civilians. Did you know that? 78 people, including senior military commanders, were killed and over 320 injured in Israeli airstrike targeting Iran's nuclear and military sites on June 13th. You got it? Hey, did you know about that one? Iran confirmed the Operation Rising Lion, involving 200 fighter jets and over 330 munitions struck over 100 targets, including nuclear facilities, ballistic missiles, factories. It was described as precise preemptive strikes. Got it? So remember, when they tell me about, where is that? When they tell me about this thing right here, it's sad. But I want them in the same breath to tell me about the Iranian people's casualties. Or they don't matter. Which one is it? And let's go to the last topic of this video. New Voice of Ukraine. 14th of June. Iran strikes Israel nuclear facility. Tel Aviv hit during exchange of attacks. All right, let's see the details. An Iranian missile struck a nuclear research facility in Tel Aviv during a night of mutual strikes between Iran and Israel. Mutual strikes. The facility was one of the key targets in Iran's retaliatory attack. Thank you very much. It's exactly what it is. Underscoring Tehran's intent to challenge Israel's national security infrastructure. You can ignore this. Earlier that night and into the morning of June 13th, Israel launched a massive aerial, bullshit. According to the Israel Defense Forces, again, bullshit. Netanyahu in Iran, truth, so nothing about, I want details. Where are the details? Everything is about Israel, but where are the details? Okay, we'll stick with the title. Iran strikes Israel nuclear facility. Tel Aviv hit during exchange of attacks. So this is like I tell you, we have a fight, and let's say I watch UFC fights. Some of them, no. But I usually, when I fight them, I see Joe Rogan and what's his name? The black guy, man. What's his name? DQ, DG, DGB, DK, whatever. So the guys who are telling us what we see. Now, I was the fighter myself in real fights, so I fought for more than 20 years. So I kind of know what I'm watching over there. I understand a lot of things that Rogan and DK, what's his name, man? Oh my God, come on, Khabib, tell me, what's his name? Anyway, so, and when I watch the fight, and I hear Rogan telling me something, I'm like, what fight are these guys watching? I'm not saying Joe Rogan doesn't understand. He understands the fight. But I think he's just, definitely that guy is beating the other guy, and this guy, Joe Rogan, or the other, sometimes is, what's his name? Jesus Christ, I can't remember that guy's name. Anyway, the commentators, they overemphasize the one who's actually losing. Or in this article, for instance, Iran strike Israel nuclear facility. Tel Aviv hit during exchange of attacks. So the whole article should be about one guy who fucks up the other guy. But the commentators, the New Voice of UK and Fox News, do it the other way. They give you a little bit about the guy who really wins and beats the other guy, and more about how the other guy is like, what the fuck? I mean, the article is about that guy beating that guy, and you tell me 10% about the real thing, the title, and 90% about the other guy, successes. So that's why when I usually turn it to minimum, the volume down when I see Rogan and DJ BK. I can't remember his name, man. It's unbelievable. And I wanted to use, what's his name, the other guys. Anyway, I'm thinking too much ahead in order to say certain things, and then when I go back to what I want to say, I forget. I'm a baboon sometimes. But anyway, join the club. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.